take a long time.
Trust me. It was an all-day thing. I know my rights. I know everything now.
Yep.
Trust me. Trust me, I know.
That guy
He didn't appreciate that I was yelling and screaming and losing my crap. Because this has been something that's been going on for years, with the water rising and now the major problems that have been happening, okay?
Find out where he lives and shove a fire hose into his basement window and turn it on and say, hey, what are you yelling about?
Right. So he didn't appreciate it. And even in my my voicemail, stupid me, because I am a nicer guy when I'm not on the radio. I'm like, look, I gave him one last chance. I'm like, look, if you don't tell me exactly what you're going to do when the cleanup crew's coming and how you're going to take care of this, I'm calling 311. Which in New York City is something...
it's 911 light.
Yeah, something no landlord wants to hear, because then it's a big, big problem. The landlord's on record and all sorts of crap. So, yes...
they keep tabs of all that stuff when you call 311. It goes on record, and now the guy's got a bad record.
Right.
You don't want that if you're a landlord.
So I went home after the show yesterday with Club Soda Kenny. We joke about him, but he's just amazing. He was at my apartment until about 9 at night. The landlord did send over a cleaning crew, and Club Soda Kenny is right there supervising. He's talking to my slum landlord.
Supervising.
He's talking to lawyers. He's talking to the city. He's talking to the cleaning crew, gathering info, gathering evidence, taking pictures.
Evidence.
Oh, well, wait.
Was it like CSI? Did he have
this cleaning
tweezers?
This cleaning crew comes in, and I guess they specialize in, cleaning up what? What do they specialize in? Just cleaning up basements and floods and stuff?
I guess they...
His name was the Wolf.
Like fire scenes and, flood damage. And, I guess, they're like jack of all trade. They just clean up messes.
Dead people in trunks,
right.
Cars.
And if the slum landlord would have showed up a little sooner and, maybe once in the last couple of years, he would have realized that there was a real problem in this basement. Because these guys, it took them pretty much seconds ago. We got to cut away at this wall to see what the hell's going on behind here.
Mm-hmm.
So they cut away, and the first sheetrock comes down. Just covered with black mold.
Right. Black mold.
Not a little. Not a little.
Covered.
Right. And
I saw the pictures.
They recognize right away. They're like, this ain't good. You like sleep down here? They go like, you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And
toxic black mold.
And then they proceeded to cut away the whole perimeter of the basement from 2 to 3 feet from the bottom. You know what I mean? From the 2 to 3 feet to the floor.
Yeah, to the floor.
All the way around.
Now, something tells me that ain't enough.
No.
Because I think all the sheetrock.
Dude, it is for the slum landlord. Yeah. He wants me out. He's negotiating with Bob. And, he'll just patch it up.
Patch it up some other poor bastard to move in.
And then he'll just rent it to someone else and not tell the person that the basement floods. Because no one told me that when I rented the joint, that you may get some water rising.
Here's what needs to happen. They need to gut that basement. And then a mold cleaning crew has to go down there with bleach and all kinds of stuff and scrub everything down.
Absolutely.
You got to soak up those bits of brains and blood in the back seat and then cover it up with... And then they got to, spray it all down and then put brand new stuff up. Yeah, or else it's just going to moldify.
They were spraying some disinfectant yesterday, but, that's just like the Band-Aid approach.
Yeah.
And then the landlord called me a few times, yesterday, nice as pie, and I kill him with kindness also.
Of course you do.
And I'm going thank you for following. But he's trying to minimize and downplay this whole thing because he's got to cover his butt.
But it's huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's a huge problem.
Yeah, exactly. And God forbid that, our pal Opie doesn't have lasting health concerns.
God forbid.
I'll say.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Exactly. Thank God he still has his looks.
But the black mold doesn't affect that.
Yeah. But we did. We took evidence. We took pieces of the sheetrock.
Ooh.
And we have a piece, a jar full of the.
Did you send it to forensics?
And the scum. Well, if we have to, if this landlord's going to play hardball, we got the evidence to back it up. We got the photos.
Nice.
We have sworn statements and testimony from the cleanup crew.
Look at you, Kenny.
And then the slum landlord gets on the phone with one of the guys from the cleaning crew, and he's like, he's leading them. He's like, it's not that bad, is it?
Yeah, he's asking leading questions, and these poor cleanup guys are stuck in the middle because
they're just dudes from Spanish Harlem. Yeah. This is what they do. They work their asses off every day, cleaning up slop like this.
Oh, yeah, they work like dogs, all afternoon.
That's real work.
So, and, they don't want to get involved. They don't want to tell something bad to the landlord because then the landlord won't hire them to do work again.
They want to get paid.
And then, they don't want to get stuck with subpoenas and get in the middle of a court battle
because they didn't clean up good enough or do the right job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a mess.
The cleanup guys worked hard yesterday, too, because that was a big mess.
Well, they were there for about 6 hours.
Yeah.
6 straight hours.
Yeah.
Cutting away the sheetrock and mopping up whatever the hell came out of the walls. I don't know.
Right.
It stinks.
And I'm following up again today with 311. We had the Department of Environmental Protection yesterday there, and they're coming back. We're having the housing authorities.
And they never find anything good.
Yeah.
Nowhere they go is good enough. They could find a problem anywhere.
Yeah.
And this is what bothers me. I've been on this for years with him.
Mm-hmm.
The water continues to rise up every time it rains hard. He's like, it's New York. That's what happened.
Sure it is. Maybe in an apartment that you're paying a lot less for.
And I sent an email recently because we had some rising water, before the blowout the second time of the wall.
Yeah.
And Lindsay fell on her ass and could have broke her neck. No joke. Like she went downstairs in the dark, stepped onto the basement floor. Now it's like an ice rink, and wham! And goes flying. She could have easily broke her neck. So I'm telling Ira this. I'm telling him this. And I'm saying, look, you're going to have a major problem someday.
Mm-hmm.
After I'm gone, because I know you're not going to fix this basement ever, someone is going to end up breaking their neck.
Yeah.
Because you walk down into this area, you turn the lights on at the bottom of the stairs like anyone does.
That doesn't matter.
She went flying and messed up her knee really bad, and that wasn't even part of this problem.
Just get you out of there so some other sucker can get in there.
Oh,
that's the new plan.
We had the door of my apartment open, and some schmuck that lives upstairs, he's like, hey, these guys are barely home. I want to check out this apartment. He's trying to look into the apartment.
Yeah, that was kind of weird yesterday.
They're already scoping it out.
Trying to get because it's New York.
Well,
he'll rent that place in a second.
Look, man, when you walk through it, hey, it looks like a really nice apartment for the Upper West Side. Nice.
But what's creeping behind the walls?
So
this shock jock, a popular shock jock, has black mold in his house. An all-new house. Black mold turns into body cancer. And House must solve this problem with evidence that a big dopey ex-cop has collected. An all-new house.
So now we got to get some kind of inspector in there to see how bad the black mold is. I might lose all my crap because I'm hearing all sorts of things.
You can't really get rid of that stuff without, a vigorous, what do they call that? Extermination. I don't know what it is. I call it the final solution for black mold. You must eliminate all of it, or else it just comes back.
Right. So we got a lot of pictures. They're going up on opieandanthony.com. I'm officially homeless.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'll be a hotel or something, which is just a drag.
I like hotels. They change your sheets for you. You get room service.
I'll have a sleepover.
Sleepover with Jimmy.
Place. I'll do sleepovers with my friends.
Yeah, he has to sleep on these crusty sheets.
I got a big bed, man. We could put like the no homo pillows in between us. Be happy to have you.
Me, you, and OP. Nothing?
If you're in bed with another guy, there aren't any such thing as no homo pillows.
Sure. Put a pillow in between each one of you.
Yeah, that's the no homo pillow.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, fully aware of the no.
You lean over and you clap your friend on the shoulder goodnight. And
Good night.
Fully aware of the no homo pillow.
Yeah, last
you,
time.
me, and OP. I'll try it again.
That happened, I remember.
Nothing, second try. All right. Well, I mean, the movie comes out today, and
the movie,
a lot of people say I kind of look like Owen Wilson to begin with at times.
Right, the movie, Dupree.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
And then in the middle of the night, you just hear Opie going, as Jimmy is whispering in his ear.
Let's say hi to Mark in Virginia. Mark.
You sleep.
Hey.
I wanted to let you know, my wife and I are good friends with a couple down in Tampa. They really are. They're quite rich. The husband's a pro ball player, and they didn't know it, but for like 3 years they were living in black mold, and their house is like one of these multi-million-dollar homes, and the whole house has been condemned in black mold. The wife has had so many health problems due to that black mold. I can't even begin to describe it, but it's like autoimmune problems, the whole 9 yards. The kids have been sick as anything, and even her husband has gotten very sick. They've had to condemn the whole house, and they can't live in it, and they're in the process of building another house, and the whole 9 yards. And I read this email that came from it, and the black mold that she sent out as a result, and that black mold has really torn up her family. So you really got to get a good checkup when you go in there. And I can give you off the air her name, and you can probably do a quick search on the internet, and you can find out all the information that you want. And I can give that to you real quick.
We've gotten 8,000 emails about black mold and what it does.
Yeah, I already Googled black mold, and I stopped after 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty scary stuff.
Thank you, Mark.
I'll let you know, brother.
All right, no, I appreciate it.
Walls?
Huh?
That's the stuff that's behind your walls? Or
Creeps behind
Jimmy's
your wall.
just joining us. They found black mold behind the walls.
I got your email. I was kind of freaked out.
Well, we got a sample. I mean, how bad was it? Explain it.
No, it's
The whole sheetrock was just filled with black, fuzzy.
Yeah, it's fungus.
Yeah.
And the spores like just float in the air, and you breathe it in.
Fungus among us.
And then it gets in your lungs.
Isn't that what, if anyone saw the old Jim Norton cribs me and Florentine had in our old apartment? Was that a different kind of mold, or was that no?
No, that was called a conglomerated.
No, it was behind the pictures. You pull it was like a fuzzy stuff.
Yeah.
Someone was putting tinfoil up in his room.
Tinfoil?
Yeah, to like cover it so it...
Are you kidding me?
See it.
Let's
like that's going to help.
Let's say hi to Dan in New Jersey. Dan, what's up?
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Listen, Hope, you're doing the right thing. Stay the hell out of there. All right? Especially if there's cinder block mold, which is probably already there. The whole thing has to be gutted for starts. Then you got to check the structural, which is the block or brick.
Yeah.
Because that still has the mold in
I
it.
think the Dr. Doom solution is the only way to go.
I guarantee this slum
Turn on the
landlord
gas.
will get me out. He'll patch it up.
Yeah.
Hose it down and rent it to somebody else.
Someone else will rent it.
I guarantee that's what's going to end up
beautiful.
happening.
Make sure a few sunny days have gone by before he lets people see it, so everything's dry. And then
Because it's a beautiful apartment with outdoor space, a patio in the back.
Fountains of babies spitting water out, holding arrows.
A lot of pets already included.
Yeah, many pets included, little furry creatures. You could scratch under the chin.
Oh, look, let's pet the wall.
Last night,
Hairy wall.
Last night I had just a complete nightmare. I was dreaming that I was sleeping in the apartment.
Oh, boy.
And then I woke up and opened up my bedroom because I was dreaming I was sleeping in this other room, and I saw nothing but rats taking over the entire apartment.
Rats and
it was
mold.
so freaking real.
Because it
so
has been for the
real.
past year.
No, because what I was, my nightmare, because they took all the sheetrock away around the whole perimeter of the basement. I'm thinking, I've told all the stories about the stuff that crawls in the ceilings.
In the ceilings and walls, yeah.
In the walls, so now they have, they're not trapped in there anymore.
Nope.
And so they got free run of the place. So this nightmare last night was so real. I'm like, I was so freaked out.
That is just a bad situation.
But now, doesn't that kind of say that you're justified in like getting out, and now he can't do anything, right? Can't you sue him?
I don't know. You know what?
Of course you can.
I'm gonna do whatever I can. I'll be honest, because I have been sick off and on for months.
Mm-hmm.
In the summer, no one gets sick in the summer.
Nope.
And I've been after him for a while. He thinks I'm just nuts, like, oh, it's no big deal. He knows it's a big deal, but he doesn't want to deal with it because he's a cheap F, a slum landlord. Barely comes around and doesn't, fix half the problems that are going on in that place, in the apartment in general.
I would get a nice hotel room.
Oh, then bill it to him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's the update. The pictures will be
Stay
on.
like the Four Seasons.
We'll be
Get a
online.
Penthouse at the Four Seasons, dude.
It's going to be interesting for the next 30. And it's not that I'm cheap. I've been looking for a place for a long time. I just, I'm getting closer on a couple things. We'll see what happens.
Be like Ratso Rizzo. Just all health problems.
Right.
Curled up in newspapers.
Wet yourself.
All right. I think we're on a new song.
I have radio dreams, too, but for some reason, and I don't know why, the location is in a cave. It's the dumbest thing. It's always the mics are there and all the high-tech equipment, but we're in a cave.
Is there fur around it?
No, there's no fur around it.
No black mold.
No black mold.
You know
Underground
why?
bunker.
Because we've worked in a lot of, assholes in our career.
A crap.
Can I tell you a cute story about me? You're really going to like this.
Little dreamy thing?
Well, I have trouble sleeping at night, insomnia. So somebody suggested if I drink warm milk, it'll make me go to sleep.
Yuck.
So I drank the warm milk and I fell asleep. And then I had nightmares that I was up all night.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to have a recurring nightmare that moment lasts for 4 hours every day, and it's
I hope people,
all our mics are off, and that's all we hear.
I hope people this weekend have that dream over and over again in their head.
Do you know, if you cut Kenny's head open and pulled his brain out, I think you'd find black mold behind the skull.
Kenny's head, if you look at Kenny's head, it's the perfect head to be squatting on a leaf and nibbling it. Yeah. Kenny is a head like a praying mantis. You can't kill Kenny because it's a $50 fine.
It's illegal.
Let's go to Jared in Boston.
Government will fine you.
Jared.
Hey, what's up, guys?